Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, let me adjust a little bit here. I am coming in with a haul today. I know you're like, boy, she do a lot of hauls, but I am happy to say this, the fabrics I have been hauling have been for specific projects, and you all know I've talked about that. One of the things with buying fabric as of late is I really just want to stick to things that I plan to make something out of relatively soon. So yeah, I've been sewing up the fabrics I've been purchasing and showing you guys, so stay tuned because these are going to be fun ones as well. But welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you for tuning in today. Just wearing a ready to wear. I actually just came from the dentist, and so I wanted to be comfortable, so I just have on, this is McCall's, I believe it's 7121. I've had for quite some time, and this fabric, this is actually something I got from the Michael Levine line. This is a knit, and it is faded big time. It has faded big time. So I made in all three, I have bought 3 different jerseys from them, and they've all faded big time. And so I may end up donating them because they just look just faded, and they're not something I would turn into anything else. But anyway, let's talk about what's in this haul today. And I'm so excited because I did use my color wheel for a couple of these fabrics because I was thinking of some different tones to put together, and I'll share with you how I use the color wheel. But I have a couple patterns, and then the rest is fabric, and I think I will go over the patterns first. But total sidebar, the last haul I did, I think I shared a couple pairs of shoes that I had purchased, and so few of y'all like that, so let me just share with you the other shoes I purchased. These again from DSW. I need to close down their mailing list, and I do that for fabric stores, different stuff like that, where every time an email comes through, I just delete it right away. I don't even read it. I don't even get through the title because I know I'm gonna click and I'm gonna want to do some shopping, and that's what happened with DSW. I end up shopping again. And so I bought these. Actually, some other shoes came today, but I'm not gonna go and get those. Those actually came while I was at the dentist today. But anyway, but then I bought some more. You guys know I mentioned I love this, I think it's French, L'Artiste, the spring step shoes. I absolutely love this brand of shoe. It is so comfortable. But when I saw this pop up on DSW site, because it had the purple, it was purple something, I don't remember, but I was like, purple, easy. And then plus I was thinking, oh, this will go so with an outfit, this garment I'm about to create and work on this month. But let me go through the patterns first. First of all, not that I think they watch my channel, but I want to say shout out and thank you to Seam Work Patterns. If you all recall, it was last month, and I just put up that video. If you didn't see my makes video from June and July, I just did a quick roundup and my thoughts on the things that I made. One of the pieces that I made was this Seam Work Clark tank, and so when I posted it, myself and I think it's Divine Dita Divine, as well as I can't think of the other Instagrammer, we all posted our seam works at the same time. And so we were all put into this kind of drawing or picking for people to select which one they like the best or something like that. And so Dita ended up winning that voting, but everybody's Clark was really nice. But we all received patterns from Seam Work, 3 of our choice, and then they will be printed up by Patterncy, which is in the UK. And so I thought that was so cool. So let me share with you, let me grab the patterns first. Okay, I had to grab the patterns first. So it's so funny because my package apparently had gotten lost by the local post office. It came on my block and then said it couldn't be delivered for whatever reason, I don't know. But then the post office, I submitted a claim, they called and whatever, and then next thing you know, because it showed it was being sent back to the sender, but the post office was able to stop all that, and I end up getting my patterns in the mail. So these are the patterns. They come on this tissue paper pattern. And so the 3 patterns, and I'll pop up a picture. The 3 patterns I picked, I wanted something simple. because I want to be able to do a little bit of, I had some ideas flow through my head for some pattern hacking and some franking pattern. And so I've always wanted a really nice shift dress that had some tapering at the waistline. And so and then I saw this jacket and of course this dress, and I thought, oh, these are all so cute. So let me tell you what I end up getting. I had I was gifted the Kimmy, I was gifted the Jill, and then also the Bryn. So yes, I am so happy for those, and they're all ready to go. I just need to decide on what fabric I want to kind of think around, have a think in my head what kind of fabric I want to use. Actually, for the dress, I have a fabric that I would like to use, but I might change my mind. We shall see. I will let you know. Actually, let me grab the fabric and let you see it. Okay, here's the fabric. Is a beautiful, this is for the dress, I think, which is the, is it the Bryn? I'll pop up the dress again because I don't have the pictures in front of me. But for the dress, I'm thinking this is from So Much Fabric. I have purchased this 2 years ago and had plans to use it during my anniversary plans that I had, but I never used it. And it is, look at that. It is such a beautiful, this is a, I think it's a rayon. I don't know if I have it in my, she doesn't have this anymore, but this is from a couple years ago. Just beautiful. This is a rayon, I want to say this is a rayon chally, and just the drape on it is beautiful. I have quite a bit of it, so what I'm thinking I'm gonna be able to do is definitely get the dress out of here and something else. But I remember purchasing a lot of it because I thought it was just so pretty. And so anyway, that's what I'm thinking for that dress. The next pattern I picked up was, and for those who said, oh, now that you purchased, made a style art pattern, you're really gonna enjoy their patterns. Yeah. So when Style Arc, I think it ends, well, it ends July 31st. They were having a, so by the time you see this, the sale will be over with, but they were having a 25% off site-wide sale. I think it was called Christmas in July or something like that. And so I picked up the, and I'll pop up a picture, the Ellie designer knit dress. When that pattern, the picture of the model of that came across on my in my email box, I was like, that model was gorgeous, and I thought the dress was absolutely gorgeous. And so I was like, yep, I am picking that up. And the free one that I picked up is the Almy woven top, which I think is super cute. I like the ruffle detail, and so yeah, I like that it's V-neck, and so it's not, you know, a ruffle all up around my neck. But that's the free one that I picked out for that month. And then a freebie that I picked up, and I picked this up after watching Penguin and Pear. She did a video on free sewing patterns, and so one of the ones that she picked up, because she did a size inclusive, those are for plus size and different things of that nature, and so one of the ones she mentioned was the Mary Quaint, this is by Alice & Co. patterns, the Mary Quaint Georgie dress, and I think that is beautiful. I think that is beautiful. And so I went ahead and downloaded it. It was free, or it is free. And so yeah, I thought that was really nice, and I said I want to try that. And I think one of the fabrics I'm showing you today I may use for that, so let me put this to the side. And the last thing I picked up was the Gilbert top by Helen's Closet, and so I was like, yes, I can totally see wearing that top with some Calder shorts, Calder pants, Helen's the culottes, a denim skirt, all that's. And then she did a hack where she made it into a dress. Yeah, I don't see me ever doing the long sleeves. I like the short sleeve version, and then there was a hack for a sleeveless version. Yes, so I grabbed that up while it was on sale, when it is released. And again, it's another size inclusive pattern. So yeah, those are the patterns that I picked up. And so yeah, let's get into this fabric. So as you can tell by the title, I talked about Sandwashed Rayon. Totally new to me, this type of fiber. And the reason I heard about this was watching a different YouTuber, Whitney, from Whit Makes, had talked about, she made, I forget what it was that she made. I think it was a two-piece. I think it was the True Bias cami and some pants, I think. And she made it out of Sandwashed Rayon. And I was like, what is that? Because I have been looking for some fabric for a particular project that I won't be able to share. I have actually 3 projects I'm working on this month that I cannot quite share what the fabric that I'm showing you will be used for, but trust me, it is good. So anyway, having done my research on this whole Sandwashed Rayon, according to what I see online, it says that it's pretty much, it's been treated as the name indicates. The fabric has been washed in large machines with sand, and the abrasive treatment softens the fiber and removes the sheen, giving it a lustrous but matte appearance. And so when I pick this up, oh my gosh, here it is. This is called, and I picked it up, new to me fabric store, and I will be talking about them because I think on, stay tuned for Wednesday, I'll be talking about some online fabric stores that I shop at, that I definitely recommend, especially for wider width fabrics. So stay tuned for that coming up on Wednesday. And so this here is, what color is this? Mauve, but it looks more purple. The color is mauve, but it looks more of a purplish mauve, which is perfect. Perfect. Actually, the shoes I picked up, I was thinking of this. But anyway, yeah, it is beautiful. You can't really see the dimension of it or anything like this, but when I say it has a beautiful hand, and it does have that matte finish. It's super soft. It almost feels like a very, very buttery soft cotton. That's what it almost feels like. Yeah, that's the best way I can describe it. It is so beautiful. And so I picked it up, and the thing with EWE Fabrics, Fine Fiber Goods, I should say, it's EWE Fine Fiber Goods, is that you can purchase by the quarter yard. So me thinking, so I'm sitting there thinking I need a total of X yards, and so then I broke it down by quarters, and I'm thinking, okay, good. I put everything in my cart, purchased everything. When it arrived, which shipping was very fast, very good. Yeah, I calculated wrong, and so I had to go back out and just order. I think I end up having to go back out and get another half yard. So I end up getting another half yard, and so now I have what I need to work on the project I have planned, which is absolutely gorgeous. Isn't that? Oh, it is gorgeous. And so when I was looking at my color wheel, because this here for me is falling, you all saw my color wheel video, it's falling in this violet category, and so I was thinking it's falling in these different tones category, and so it fits, because I was going for a nice solid look, but something a little earth tone, soft, like this is what I was looking for, but breathable. And so the colors, that's the color scheme I'm going with, and so this worked perfectly for that. So I am super, I highly recommend. If any of you shopped at EWE Fine Fiber Goods, definitely let me know. They are based out of, I think they are based out of yeah, Virginia. They're based out of Virginia. Lovely customer service and everything. The next piece I picked up from them is a Viscose Linen Yes, both of these are Viscose Linen Noil. I'm saying that wrong. But looking at my chart again, this is more in this category here. Is more the red. Can you see that? Hope you can see that. There. It's coming more off true to color. It's more in these categories. And what I wanted to do was pick two colors, a two-tone color for this next project. And so I picked up, like I said, it's called a Viscose Linen. So I picked up this color, which is clay. Isn't that beautiful? This linen that I tell you, it has a beautiful hand. Beautiful hand. And let's see here. It's kind of coming off true to color, but it's beautiful. And I picked up also chestnut. Again, Viscose Linen and chestnut. So these two will be going together. And again, having looked at my color wheel, I don't know if you can tell from that distance, the tones and shades within that color scheme, these fit. I don't know that you can really see that though. If you can see that chestnut is here, and then the other, the clay, is here, so you can play off those two colors. So, oh my gosh. And I do have something beautiful planned for this. Oh, when I tell you this fabric is, what I noticed with EWE Fibers is that they deal a lot in natural fibers. So when you look at, they have a lot of good selections. You won't see a bunch of bright florals and different things like that. Their color palette, from what I saw so far, obviously it can change, and I don't know, but they have a lot of earthy tone colors. So you're not going to get all this bright pops of colors and everything like that. But I absolutely love the color palette on their websites. And these colors here, oh, that's going to look so good. Yes, against my skin tone. So beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. So I have something very beautiful planned for this. The one thing I can tell you about is I bought an organic jersey knit, also from EWE Fibers, which is this, and it is, the color is called Water. And I've never purchased an organic jersey knit before, but when I say the hand on the fabric from this place is absolutely gorgeous, has a nice amount of stretch, the recovery is absolutely, it's not flopping. Love the recovery. I bought this to make a Rebecca Page strappy cami to go with, and I'll pop up the look. This is from one of my mood board looks. And so I did purchase a different color, but it's a little more green blue, and I think I prefer this to complete that look. And so I'm still gonna make a cami out of that other one that I purchased, but yes, I absolutely love this. Love this. So nice, beautiful. It's such a, when I say a beautiful hand, it is all of the fabric from EWE Fine Fibers is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So okay, now let me get situated and switch over for the last bit of fabric. Okay, the last of my fabric is from Minerva.com, and these are for blog posts that I'll be doing, and I do know what I'm going to do with each of these, and so let me jump into that. But while I'm opening these, let me just say, you guys, you know I just did a giveaway right on the channel, and so I had never had issues with a giveaway on the channel before. But long story short, I'm not going to go into any detail. Everything ended up getting sorted out in the end. But someone actually had the nerve to create a fake account and reach out to me to say that they were the winner. After going back and forth with them momentarily, it was some scammer that all they wanted was the money, because they didn't want the thing. They end up wanting the money, and then talking about how their mother was in the hospital and all this. It was crazy. And when I say it was crazy, it was crazy. I'm not going to even go into any deep detail. But for those who do YouTube channels that also watch my videos, that's part of the reason why I do not put giveaway in the title, my written title, or anything like that. I usually just put it on the thumbnail. Well, the winner, when I announce the winner, I'll put giveaway winner on the thumbnail of the picture. But I couldn't believe it. That was just, oh. And I'm thinking, you know, when people do giveaways and want to give back to their community and different things like that, you know, for those of you who support and all of that, which I appreciate the support, for somebody to try to circumvent the process and try to steal and be manipulative like that, it's just crazy. So crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up with the fabric. This here is, the first one is a roll. It's called Gray Rose and Hubble Cotton Poplin. This here is going to be a button up for the husband. He has actually decided he wants to wear printed fabric. He doesn't always want solids or stripes. And so we were in the store one day and there was some button-ups which were really nice, and I said, see, aren't these nice? He said, yeah. How come you don't make me any? Because you always said you didn't want stuff like that. So now he has a couple. So this will be one of them. I actually have to wash all of this fabric. Can you believe I haven't washed any of this yet? And then this one it's called a blue leaf print, also a cotton poplin. That will also be a shirt for the husband as well. Very nice and lightweight. And so from a distance, I mean, you really can't see that design, but yeah, that's gonna be a button up for him. It's only gonna be between two shirts, M6044, and the other one is a quick sew, but I can't think of the name, the color. I'm sorry, the pattern number off the top of my head. And then this one is called a Silver Swan Cotton Poplin. And this is for me. This is going to be a top of some sort. Don't know quite what yet. I have a couple ideas, but am I holding this up right? No, I'm not. Oh, okay, sorry about that. My camera cut off. The swans aren't in any particular direction, so I am holding it up just fine. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yes, that is going to be a top. I don't know what top yet, but a top. I don't know. Maybe the Gilbert? That would be nice. A sleeveless Gilbert. That's what I'm thinking. What do y'all think? What do you think? Let me know if you have any comments or suggestions on that swan. And then the last one is a rose and hubble, a brown rose and hubble cotton poplin. And this one, I have several yards of it. I only have like 2 yards of the other ones, but this one I have more because I absolutely love this design. And I totally pictured some kind of wrap dress with ties when I saw it. And yeah, it looks like it could be more for a fall, but it's lightweight. It's a cotton poplin, so it's not heavy at all. But look at that design. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely love that. Isn't that beautiful? And this is the one I was thinking of doing, the Georgie dress, the one I just showed you the pattern for. I thought would be beautiful in this. So yeah, I need to serge the ends, and that's why I serge the ends, because stuff like this with the stragglies, you definitely don't want to just throw this in the wash and then you have strands of thread everywhere. But anyway, so that is my haul. That's all I have to talk about today. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Definitely, if you have a particular suggestion you think, I'm thinking a top for me. This is not something I would do a dress in. It's too busy of a print for that, but I don't mind a top that I can do. And I'm thinking the Gilbert, sleeveless Gilbert, would be beautiful in this. yeah, definitely let me know what you think. Again, thank you to Seamwork Patterns for the patterns. I greatly appreciate it. I could not share with you what I was making the other fabrics in, but stay tuned this month. I have a few special projects going on, and then on Wednesday, stay tuned, I'll be talking about the fabric stores, online fabric stores that I shop at, and the new one I'll be talking about, EWE Fine Fibers, that I like, that they do have nice wide width fabric. So yeah, that is it, everybody. You all have a fantastic start to your week. Have a blessed rest of your Sunday, and yeah, we will see you on Wednesday. Bye.